Hey guys, I'm Antonio, social media strategist here at In Touch Chicago, and I am excited as heck. Woohoo! Yeah! And so to celebrate how excited I am, because we are approaching the end of the year, I wanted to look at 2018 and some of the social media trends that we should all be considering and thinking about. So the first thing I think is worth considering in 2018 in terms of social media trends is this idea of dark social and the fact that we are going to bring light to the dark. Much like being in a dark forest and having a flare that you light up, and with that flare you can see just a little bit more trees. You still don't know how many trees are in the forest, but you see a little bit more of those trees with that flare. And so dark social has always been one of those tricky channels for marketers, because what dark social is are those communications between your customers that it's hard for us to track, like email, forwarded emails that you might receive from a friend or from a website, text messages. And so I believe that as we have more of these types of conversations, and as marketers are becoming smarter and smarter about tracking things and making sure that we are able to see and know where the customer's been and where they're going, then we are going to be able to put the right tracking measures in these dark social places, in our emails, or on a post from an influencer or text messages. So I think 2018 is when dark social gets a little brighter for us and we get a little smarter. The other trend that I think is worth watching out for is augmented reality or mixed reality, but this idea that we are going to be able to look through a camera or some mobile device, and while we're looking through it, see three-dimensional objects attached to something that's in the environment or kind of floating or within the environment and not necessarily there. And I think this is a really important trend because Facebook is already busy doing it. Snapchat made it famous and popular, and Facebook, with the introduction of their augmented reality platform, is making it global. iPhone X is gonna make it mainstream. And so I think for us, we need to be thinking about how can we mix those experiences, those online digital experiences, with social media channels in a way that's meaningful. So augmented reality, be on the lookout. More and more people are gonna know what it is and how to work with it. I mean, who knows? You might get a tutorial on how to inject yourself or how to administer some sort of a medication through augmented reality. It's an exciting time. And guess what? LinkedIn is another social media trend to look out for. And I mean trend in that LinkedIn has been doing so many things in the last 365 days that is giving me a sense that, man, it's gonna be a big place for marketers. Some of the things that they're doing is giving us access to more tracking and analytics when it comes to the content we share from our page. Another thing that they've recently done is allowed you to create and upload videos directly from your mobile device. Another thing that they've done recently is allow people to see when another LinkedIn user is online. And so we're getting smarter on connecting with people when they're online and on the platform. So all this activity on LinkedIn is giving me the sense that it's gonna be the perfect opportunity for us to activate engagements, in particular with healthcare professionals or administrators at hospitals and such. And so be on the lookout. Make sure you are considering how LinkedIn fits into your marketing mix, and consider also not just your corporate channel, but other suite level or executive suite level or highly influential people that have LinkedIn, how they can be a part of the ecosystem that you create to engage your followers. I wanted to say that the next thing we should be looking out in terms of social media trends is hashtag IRL experiences. In other words, social media more and more is gonna drive us off our couches, off the toilet seat, off the bus, off the train, and immediately into a real world environment where there's other people connecting. And it's related to the augmented reality thing I was talking about earlier. But this idea that social media channels that are traditionally online and traditionally allow people to connect via mobile devices or online platforms are gonna be driving people to real world experiences. Look at what Facebook has recently done. They've launched Facebook Local, which is a competitor basically to Yelp, but also helps curate events and it helps curate what your friends are doing that are near you. So be on the lookout and consider how you can take advantage and leverage that trend of getting people to go and experience real world experience other people who are like them that they may only have ever known from their social media channel. And the final social media marketing trend that we should be looking at in 2018 is actually nothing new, but it's going to be more and more in or on every platform. And it's kind of ironic that this is not a live video. So live video is going to be the biggest explosion in terms of types of content that we're seeing. The more bandwidth that we have, the better our data plans are with our mobile cell phone. And the more we're seeing it become popular on Facebook and used on Instagram, we're gonna see it everywhere else. So be on the lookout for a live video where you can connect immediately with your audience and have real, authentic conversations that build trust. Because when you're doing a live video, the most important and the most impactful thing you can say when someone asks you a question is, "I don't know." Those 3 words are so important in building trust. And sometimes when you don't know the answer and you admit to it in a live environment, you immediately are a little bit more credible, a little bit more trustworthy. So be on the lookout for live video and think about how you can create live video in ways that matter. No one wants to see a live video of something boring or something that they can probably catch some other time. People want to see live video in a way that they are excited to tune in because either something can go wrong or they get to see somebody in real time. So be on the lookout. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that this video was informative, entertaining, and inspirational, because I want you guys to take some of these thoughts and think about it, Google it, and go deeper into what I was talking about and start connecting the dots for yourself and start finding those solutions or those opportunities for us to deliver things that are riding these trends and leveraging consumer behavior in that way. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a great holiday and a happy new year.